I'm Miss McKitterick and I am the reception teacher. I am absolutely overjoyed to be teaching reception this year. This is the reception classroom. The children will be arriving and leaving via this door, and here is some information you might find useful. Thank you for listening. I will be the main class teacher. Annette and Mrs Tickle, our teaching assistants, will be in the class 5 days a week. Mrs Geldard, our head teacher, will be covering the class on a Monday and a Friday afternoon when I won't be in class. Mrs Foden carries out a lot of our interventions in reception. She will start the year with a Nelly assessment. This assessment is the Nutfield Early Language Intervention. This intervention is designed to improve the spoken language ability of children in reception. At the start of the year, all the children will be assessed. Following this assessment, the intervention will take place for those children whom it would benefit the most. The intervention is delivered over 30 weeks in small groups. Miss Marsden is our pastoral support worker. She will be based in the nest in the morning with Mrs Field, and in the afternoon she will be on hand for any children that would need her support. Miss Park is our family support worker. She provides emotional and practical help and advice for families who may be experiencing long-term or short-term difficulties. We will communicate with you via the Parent Mail app. On a Friday you will receive our weekly newsletter, and any dates of any events will be posted on there too. Please feel free to check out our website, and our telephone number is 01772 433 641. I pick up my Class Dojo messages in the morning and after school, so please feel free to send a message and I will pick it up as soon as I can. Class Dojo is a perfect platform for children to be able to share news from home, so please feel free to send any photographs of anything that the children have been up to at home. The children love talking about their experiences at home to the rest of the class. We have an open door policy. I will be on the door in the morning and after school along with Mrs Tickle and Annette, so please feel free to ask any questions at those points. And please keep us up to date with changes to your details. We need at least 2 contacts at all time for your child. So pick up and drop off will be via this door, which is round the back of reception, round the back of the school. We have a staggered start from 8:45 to 10 to 9, and home time will be at 3:20. The school uniform consists of black trousers or skirt, a white shirt or polo shirt, a navy sweatshirt. Your child can either wear a plain navy sweatshirt bought from a supermarket, or if you'd like to purchase the navy sweatshirt or cardigan with the emblem on, the link is on the slide. Sensible shoes, a black pinafore dress or blue and white check dress, wellies and waterproofs, and please let us know if your child is going to be wearing trainers on a non-PE day, as we would prefer them to wear school shoes. In reception, the children require wellies and waterproofs. The children have access to water outside, and as you can imagine they can get quite wet, so please ensure that you purchase these at the beginning of the year. They will be kept in their lockers and can stay in their lockers for the whole year, so they always have access to them. On a Monday, Mr Johnson will be taking the children for PE. The children can come to school in their PE kits. This will consist of black joggers or tracksuit bottoms. On hot days the children may wear dark shorts, a white t-shirt and a school or navy sweatshirt. Plain trainers must be worn. Each child will be allocated a locker. In the lockers they will keep their wellies, their waterproofs and their coats, and if they're on packed lunches they'll also have their lunchbox in there. The children will also be bringing to school their book bags, and these will be kept in a separate tray. Please keep us up to date with any developments of your child's medical details. Inhalers are always accessible to those children that need an inhaler. It's the parents' responsibility to check the expiry dates on these. Medical forms are available in the office. These need to be filled out if your child is on any antibiotics or if they need to take any medicine. These will need to be filled out on the morning when you bring the medicine into school. Cough sweets mustn't be sent to school in their book bags or in their pockets. Children can start arriving at school at 8:45 till 8:50. Lessons start promptly at 9 a.m, so please ensure that your child arrives on time. Any absences can be reported to the school office if you phone before 9:30. Please do not let me know via Class Dojo as I am unable to respond to those. Mrs Geldard is unable to give any authorised absences for holidays during term time, so please try your best to book your holidays during the planned school holidays, and the dates for these can be found on our school website. Any persistent absences, we will have to get our attendance officer involved, and school finishes at 3:20. Reading is so important. As adults, we know that, but developing a love of reading in children from an early age will prove so useful in later life. In fact, enjoying books and reading stories from an early age is a crucial part of their development. Not only does it help with their ability to understand words, but it encourages them to begin to develop their imagination, to see things and imagine things all by themselves, and to develop their speech. It improves concentration and introduces children to new concepts and the world around them. In reception, the children will receive 2 books a week. These will be banded books linked to the phonics that they have learnt during the week. To start off with, the children will receive a picture book for you to share with them, to talk about the pictures. Ask questions about the cover. What do you think the story will be about? Who do you think the main characters will be? Where do you think they might go? Those sort of questions to promote the love of reading. We ask that you read with your child 3 times a week and record this in their reading diary. At the end of the week, each child who has read 3 or more times that week will receive a raffle ticket. This will go into a raffle draw at the end of the week, and one prize will be pulled out and they will receive a prize for reading. In class, we read on a one-to-one basis. The children will read with either myself, Mrs Tickle or Annette. They will also be sent home with a reading library book. This is a book to share for pleasure. The children will be able to choose this story to take home, and we don't expect the children to read this book. We have now started a new scheme where it's your child's birthday, whereas before parents were bringing sweets in, we've asked you not to do that as we're a healthy school, and you may now bring in a birthday book. This will be kept in our class library, and it's lovely to look back at and remember that it's your child's birthday book. Mrs Hankin has also recorded a video on the importance of reading, which you can find on the following link. Here at Lancaster Lane, we now follow the Lancashire Red Rose Phonics scheme. Phonics is taught daily in the morning in reception. The children will be taught 3 phonemes a week. Here is a link to help you pronounce the sounds correctly while helping your children read. The children will also learn 2 tricky words a week. Here are some catchy songs to help you and your child remember the tricky words that they have been taught. So work is pitched to an appropriate level to challenge groups and individuals. Interventions for those who need additional support in groups or one-to-one, as mentioned before with the Nellie intervention that Mrs Foden carries out. She also carries out individual interventions for those children that need help with their speech and language. I've already met with lots of nursery staff to do the transition meetings to help me find out where your child is at and how I can best support them going forward. As a school, we use the mastery approach. Mass mastery is a teaching and learning approach that aims for pupils to develop a deep understanding of maths rather than being able to memorise key procedures or resort to rote learning. It really helps to strengthen those mathematical skills. The statutory guidelines for EYFS sets out the early learning goals. We use the non-statutory guidance from the Development Matters to help us form our plans. The EYFS framework explains how and what your child will be learning to support their healthy development. Children will learn skills, acquire new knowledge, and demonstrate their understanding through the 7 areas of learning and development. Children should mostly develop the 3 prime areas first. These are communication and language, physical development, and personal, social, and emotional development. These prime areas are those that are most essential for the child's healthy development and future learning. As children grow, the prime areas will help them develop skills in 4 specific areas, and these are literacy, mathematics, understanding the world, and expressive art and design. These 7 areas are used to plan your child's learning and activities. I will be supporting your child to make sure that the activities are suited to your child's unique needs and are both fun and engaging. The characteristics of effective learning underpin our children's learning within the early years foundation. The way in which they engage with others and their environment, playing and exploring, active learning, and creating and thinking critically underpin learning and development across all the areas and support the children to remain effective and motivated learners. At the beginning of the year, we will be carrying out our baseline assessments. The baseline assessments assesses a child in the early mathematics, literacy, communication, and language. The purpose of the reception baseline assessment is to form a starting point for the cohort level school progress measures. The data from the reception baseline assessment is compared to the Key Stage 2 outcomes. At the beginning of the year, Autumn 1, we will be talking all about ourselves, all about our families, how to stay healthy, and how to follow rules and routines. Our curriculum is due to change following some training, so please keep a lookout on our website for that. Here is a quick overview of your child's week in reception. Your children will access continuous provision as soon as they enter the building. We will stop promptly at 9 o'clock to do our registration and go through our visual timetable. This will then lead on to phonics. Following phonics, the children can then go into continuous provision. At 10 o'clock we stop for our snacks in our key worker groups. Following this, the children will then go into continuous provision. On a Monday, the children will have PE with Mr. Johnson, and on a Tuesday we'll have a maths lesson after snack time. Literacy is taught before lunch, and on return after lunch the children will be registered and they will have their maths lesson. Following this, the children will go into continuous provision, and before story time we meet again and have our mastery maths lesson and our story before home time. Friday afternoons are slightly different. The children all have the celebration assembly followed by golden time for those children who have behaved well throughout the week. Here at Lancaster Lane we are a healthy school. We ask that you only send your child to school with clear water. At snack time we provide fruit and vegetables. We ask for a small donation of £1 a week per child to help provide this. Children under 5 are allowed milk with their snack for free. Once your child turns 5, there will be a small charge incurred for the milk. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to meeting you all in September.